Hi students, in the previous class we discussed about the physical quantities such as length, mass and time. What are the units of these quantities? The unit of length is meter, the unit of mass kilogram and the unit of time second. So here these quantities are not related with each other and they cannot be expressed using any other units. ഇവിടെ length meter, mass kilogram, they do not have any relation with each other, isn't it? And they cannot be expressed using any other quantities. Such quantities are called fundamental quantities and their units are known as fundamental units. So, next topic is fundamental units. So, how will you define fundamental units? So, these are the quantities which have no relation with each other and cannot be expressed using any other units. Such quantities are called fundamental quantities and their units are called fundamental units. These units are internationally accepted and they are known as based on international system of units. So, they are also known as fundamental units are otherwise known as SI units. So, fundamental unit inde vera perana SI units. So, what is fundamental units? The units which have no relation with each other and cannot be expressed using any other units are known as fundamental units. It is otherwise known as SI units. Three of the fundamental units and quantities you have already learnt. Which are they? Length, the unit of length, meter. Mass, the unit of mass, kilogram. Time, the unit of time, second. So, these three are fundamental quantities and their units are fundamental units. There are other four fundamental quantities. So, look at the table. Fundamental quantity, unit and symbol. Length, the unit of length is meter, its symbol is small letter m. Mass, the unit of mass is kilogram represented by the symbol kg. Time, the unit of time is second represented by small letter s, symbol is small letter s. Electric current, the unit of electric current ampere, it is denoted by capital A. Here it is capital because it is named after the scientist. Next, temperature, the unit of temperature is Kelvin, it is represented by capital letter K. This is also named after the scientist Kelvin. So, you have to denote in capital letter. Next, amount of substance, mole, symbol is MOL. Luminous intensity, the unit is candela represented by CD. So, these are the fundamental quantities and their units are called fundamental units or SI units. So, there are 7 fundamental quantities and 7 fundamental units. Next, let us discuss about the other physical quantities such as area. How will you calculate area? Area is equal to length into breadth. Area is equal to length into breadth. The unit of length is meter. The unit of breadth is also meter. So, area is equal to meter into meter. The unit of area is meter square. Here area is denoted in terms of the fundamental unit meter. Area is expressed in terms of the fundamental unit meter. Next physical quantity, volume. How will you calculate volume? It is length into breadth into height. What is the unit of volume? Unit of length into unit of breadth into unit of height, that is meter into meter into meter, that is meter cube. Here also volume is expressed in terms of fundamental unit meter. Next physical quantity, density. Density is mass by volume. You will study in later class. Density is equal to mass by volume. The unit of mass you have already learnt, that is kilogram. The unit of volume is meter cube. So, that unit of density is kilogram per meter cube. Here kilogram and meter both are fundamental units. So, the unit of density is also expressed in terms of fundamental unit. So, these physical quantities which are expressed in terms of fundamental units are known as derived units. So, what is derived unit? The units which are expressed in terms of fundamental units are known as derived units. What are the examples of derived unit? Area, volume, density, and so many other physical quantities. So, the units which we express in terms of fundamental units ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് വേറെ ചില യൂണിറ്റ്സ് നമ്മൾ ടേം ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് we call it as derived units. So, there are salient features of SI units. Let us discuss what are the salient features of SI units. First, they are unified units. SI units are unified units. Second, they are adequate to express all physical quantities. Every physical quantities is expressed in terms of SI units. Third, they are internationally accepted. They are accepted worldwide. So, these SI units are accepted worldwide. So, what are the salient features? They are unified units. They are accepted, internationally accepted. They are adequate to express all physical quantities. So, these are the salient features of SI units. So, what do we study today? We studied fundamental units and derived units and the salient features of SI units. So, there is a small work for you. You have to list down the fundamental quantities, their units and their symbol in your physics notebook. There are 7 fundamental quantities. You have to draw the table and you have to list down the fundamental quantities, their units and their symbols. So, that is all. Thank you.